Hey there, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be taking a look at some comic books I've gotten in the last few weeks. So it's been a couple weeks since I've done this, so this is basically everything I've gotten in November. There's still 1 week to go right before Thanksgiving, but this is the majority of what I've gotten in. And it was a pretty light week for me this week, so I thought I'd just wait till now to kind of put everything together. And so starting off, one of the books I did get in this week was Batman Deadpool. This is kind of the big one. Again, sort of a follow-up to the Deadpool-Batman crossover we got a couple months ago from Marvel. This is the DC side of it. And again, written by Grant Morrison and drawn by Dan Morris, so really looking forward to this one. Then we have issue 3 of the new Batman run. Got Ridley here on the cover. And then I had to pick up the Joe Quesada variant cover. I know Joe Quesada came real close to drawing Batman back in the 90s. I think he signed like the contract to do X Factor the day before DC asked him to take over Batman, I think is what it was. And he, had talked about that in an interview like it was sort of a regret of his. So I definitely want to pick up any Batman work that he does. So I got this. And even though we just had Batman 3, we also got Batman 162. So again, this is continuing the Hush 2 storyline. And this is from the previous volume of Batman. And I have a video looking at this. I'm going through every issue of Hush 2. So you can find those videos on the channel here under the Batman playlist. Next up, we have issue 27 of Batman and Robin. And so it looks like we've got Superman and Superboy in this one too. So it'd be interesting to see how this story is. Then we have issue 45 of Batman Superman World's Finest. And so it looks like we're getting an old school Luthor-Joker team up here. Then this is kind of a sad one too. We've got the last issue of Batman Dark Patterns. So this is another good Batman miniseries we're getting right now that's wrapping up. So there's been a few of them lately that are all kind of coming to an end at the same time. Then we've got Batman number 47. So this is the facsimile edition of the original issue from back in the day. And again, this is a issue I would really like to have. I'd love to have the original in the collection, but it's probably way out of my price range and will probably never happen. So I definitely wanted to get the facsimile edition here. So I got the regular cover, I got the shiny foil cover, and then I got the blank cover. And let's see. So yeah, so the blank cover still has, the original cover underneath too. I always think it's interesting they have the same, the different price points here that were on the other covers. So yeah, so again, if you want to get an artist to do a little sketch for you or make your own cover, you can do that with these. I've got another facsimile here of Justice League of America number 21, and I got the shiny foil one. Again, I got the facsimile they did of this a couple years ago too, so I just went ahead and got the foil on this. Then moving on to Marvel, we've got Fantastic Four number 11, again continuing the first year of facsimiles of the Fantastic Four run by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. So again, a case of like, I'm never going to have the originals of these. So I've got the facsimiles to put in the collection. So I got the regular cover, and we're seeing a pattern. Another shiny foil cover of that too. And here's the rest of the pile. So yeah, quite a few books this time around because I, waited too long to do this video. But we've got the new issue of Transformers 26. Again, Robert Kirkman and Dan Mora taking over the book here after Daniel Warren Johnson and Jorge Corona left. Got G.I. Joe 13 starting the Dreadnought War storyline. And I had to get it for this Mark Spears Cobra Commander coverage. So I had to get this one. Then I've got issue 14, which just came out of this too, continuing the storyline. Got Redcoat 15 from Ghost Machine and Image. And I think they just announced like a Redcoat movie or something too. I got to double check, but I feel like they just announced a movie of Redcoat. So fingers crossed we actually get that. Then I've got Rook Exodus, also from Ghost Machine. Got number 8 here. And then I've got the next issue of Star Trek Lower Decks. So this is the first part of a connecting cover with the next few issues. So yeah, this is number 13. So I got that, and I'll get the other connecting covers and put them all together. Then we've got Quick Stops 3, number 3. With a nice Alan Rickman as Metatron cover there. Then we've got issue 3 of Archie versus Minor Threats. Again, another sort of out there Archie crossover. I like the Archie books and I like Minor Threats, so I wanted to pick it up. Then I've got the next issue of the new Minor Threats series, The Last Devil Left Alive. So this is number 2. And then we've got Dick Tracy number 13 from Mad Cave. And then we've got American Caper number 1. Now this one wasn't really on my radar until I realized it's written by Dan Houser and Laszlo from Grand Theft Auto fame. So I don't believe they're involved with the 6th game that's coming out, but they worked on this with David Lapham, and so I definitely wanted to check that out. Again, I wish I would have known that when this was solicited. I ended up just going by my local comic shop and picking this up because I didn't realize who it was by until like the last minute. Then we've got the next issue of Cruel Universe Volume 2. This is number 4, and again, kind of continuing this sort of storyline on the covers that Lee Bermejo's doing here. So if you go back and look at the previous issues, we've got this astronaut here being attacked by an alien, and now they've got him in this tube, and he has this alien attached to him here. But again, that doesn't have anything to do with the interior contents of this book. It's sort of like a story just being told on the covers there. Then here's one I'm really excited for. So this is the 2nd issue of the new Twilight Zone series, and this is by Tom Scioli. Again, a cartoonist I really like. I'm a big fan of his American Barbarian. And he did, the G.I. Joe Transformers and Myth of 8 Opus and fun stuff like that. So yeah, this is an anthology, like the old TV show. And so he has a YouTube channel too, and he does have a video now where he's looking at this issue, I think. I haven't watched it yet because I wanted to read this first. But yeah, if you're reading this, check out his channel. It's called Total Recall on YouTube, where he looks at this issue. Now, pretty much the rest of this stack isn't stuff I got in recently, or it's not new stuff, technically. This is stuff I kind of missed over the last couple months that I went back and picked up. So I went back, I got Absolute Batman number 11 and 12. And then the annual by Daniel Warren Johnson that's, everybody is going on about. I got Masters of the Universe, Sort of Flaws number 1 by Tim Seeley and Freddie E. Williams. So I definitely wanted to get that. Again, I think just the month this came out, there's a ton of other stuff I was getting, so can't always buy everything you want. Then I got the Universal Monsters Mummy issue 1, and I went back and got the first issue of Catacomb of Torment from EC. I think I just might have missed this one when it was solicited, because I've been trying to get all the EC books. I'm not sure why I didn't order this one. But then, sticking with EC, I got issues 3 and 4 of Blood Type. So this was a mini-series about a vampire. So this isn't an anthology like the typical EC books are. This is just like one dedicated story here, and it was only 4 issues. Then, yeah, kind of right in time for Halloween, I picked up a couple issues of the new Nocturnals book, The Sinister Path. So I have issues 1 and 2 here, and so it's a 4-issue mini-series. I don't know, I don't pick up Nocturnals that much. I don't think about it for some reason, I guess. And again, it just kind of comes out infrequently whenever he kind of does a new project. But yeah, this is a book I need to track down and get the old issues of and that kind of thing. Then I got to thinking about Rat City, and so this is a Spawn spin-off book. I got the first few issues of it back when it came out, but I thought, I'd like to read some more of this. I looked up on DCBS, who I order my books from, and they still had some of these in stock at like the discounted price. So I went ahead and picked up some more issues of that. So I got issues 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So yeah, just want to give that another shot, see how it is. Again, like everybody else my age, I read Spawn for a while in the 90s, but, haven't in years. But I kind of like the sort of sci-fi take on it with Rat City. And then I got Rook Exodus number 6. Again, I'm kind of getting back into the Rook series, and so this is one of the issues that I'm missing from the first story, so I wanted to get that. And yeah, so that's everything. Pretty much everything I got for the month of November. So yeah, this is everything I got. Again, some of these have been out for a few weeks now. You probably have some of these, or maybe you've read them. What'd you think? Are there any really good ones in here that you liked? Let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching. If you'd like to follow me on social media, I'm on Twitter/X at Detective651, also on Instagram at Detective651. Be sure to check out my t-shirt store at tpublic.com/user/Detective651. I've got a lot of nerdy designs on there, and there's sales all the time, so check it out frequently.